Hey everyone, it's Michael Groff here to talk to you about your roof. With an active monsoon season expected this year, you need a name you can trust, and that's why you should call Blackstone Roofing Group for all of your roofing needs. Call for your free inspection today. Big or small, they do it all. Tile, shingle, or flat roofing, they can help, offering free inspections and more. Roofing made easy. Call 602-536-9363 or visit blackstoneroofinggroup.com to schedule your free inspection today. And if you tell them Michael Groff sent you, they'll take $500 off the price of your roof replacement. Again, that's 602-536-9363 or blackstoneroofinggroup.com. This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Friday, the 6th of June. I'm Michael Groff. Want to take this opportunity to say happy birthday to my older brother, my big brother, Garen Groff. I won't say how old he is today, but hey, he's older than I am. That's all that counts. And we already celebrated the birthday last weekend in the way that you would expect the Groff boys to celebrate. Pizza, wings, little beer, maybe a fair bit of beer. The family, of course. Yes, we're all out there. The one and only Michelle, my mom, Charlie, Garen, we're all out there celebrating, having a good time. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll have to do it again because, I don't know, is one birthday outing enough? Sometimes you need a whole month. You know, my brother and I are on opposite ends of the calendar. He's in June. My birthday's in December. I have the better weather for my birthday, of course. But needless to say, anyway, happy birthday to Garen. All right. Well, the weather actually has been pretty interesting around here of late, but now things are quieting down, drying out, heating up, and that's going to be the case for a while. How hot will it get? How long will it last? Do we have any more rain chances to talk about? We'll get into that and so much more. But before we do, it is Friday, and that means it's Photo Friday here. That's where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted. First up, David Parnell. Yep, he's still out and about. Last Sunday, he was over at ASU once again toward, I think he was at Gamage. And of course, Sunday was a great time to be out. The weather was turning unsettled at that point. The clouds were coming in. It was a beautiful day, especially in the afternoon once the rain showers started to come on in. So thank you, David. Then we go international. Zane down in Brisbane, Australia. Some more pictures from his camping trip. Australia has it all. We've talked about it before, but hey, how about some beautiful sunsets too? You got that? You've got the horses. You've got the wallabies. You got so much going on in Australia, and I really do appreciate Zane sending in all those pictures. He is our international eyes and ears down under. Love it. Then Billy out there promoting us or talking about us on social media, and apparently he ran into somebody else that's a fan of ours. That's like 2 of the 5 fans of this channel that were right there on social media talking about us, and I really do appreciate that. Spreading the word and getting the information out there and all that. Most of the time, social media is nothing but memes and people arguing about politics and people with their chemtrails and other nonsense and BS that for years and years, we get those every once in a while. We get that stuff in the comments. And what's interesting is I pretty much just ignore it because that's what you do. With the conspiracy theorists, you just, if you just don't pay attention to them, they kind of just go away. That's usually how it is. Every once in a while, you just have to say something and try and inject some reality and try to, provide some degree of information. But for the most part, I'm finding more and more that it is just a pointless endeavor. But see, this is the good side of social media right here. And we really do appreciate Billy out there. Then, of course, he was out there with the kids, too, because we had the rain and there's actually water flowing out there up at New River. So good time was had by all. Then Clayton is out and about, taking some pictures. Again, that's not a sky that we would typically see this time of year, right? I really do appreciate Clayton for his pictures and donating to us, supporting the channel. He and Gary Johnson this week helping us out. Appreciate that. Then, speaking of people helping us out, we've got Steve and Renee up in Willow Creek. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, obviously they've been sending in pictures of their wildflowers. The flowers are blooming up there, and with more precipitation, I'm sure it looks absolutely wonderful up there on the Northwest Plateau. They've had over 5 inches of rain this year up in Willow Creek. So that is exciting. So again, thank you, Steve, Renee. Thank you guys so much for sending in the pictures and for all that you do for us and your rainfall reports and temperature reports. Then we go to Southern California. Miles Sampson is out there, and he driving around. Of course, he says that Sunday they kind of missed the rain there, but on Tuesday a little bit of rain in Coachella Valley. But that's not why I'm showing you Steve's picture. Steve. That's not why I'm showing you Miles' pictures. Miles has a big fan of ours that lives with him. I'm talking about his cat, Pepper. Pepper is a huge fan of our weather videos. You can see Pepper watching. And it should be noted that cats apparently love these videos because while I do these videos sometimes, our cat, Freya, will jump up on my shoulder and she just helps me out. She watches me do the videos. She jumps up on the back of my chair, climbs on my shoulder, and just sits there. And sometimes she'll be there for just a few minutes. Sometimes she's there for a half hour. But that's what cats do. And this right here, this is the picture. This should be how we promote our videos. Cats love the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. What can I say? All right. Anyway, that's not it, though. We do have a video here. This is from Gary up on, he was out at, where was this? Hood River. Big wave on Hood River. So let's take a look at that. And I got jump scared when I watched this the first time because the audio was there and I felt like I was really there. But, yep, there's a big wave out there. Very nice. Fun times, especially after the precipitation and out and about. All right. Well, that's Photo Friday, folks. groffshow@gmail.com is our email address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for Photo Friday. We really do appreciate everything you guys do to help keep that feature going for us. Now let's get into it. The almanac from yesterday. 101 degrees was the afternoon high, 78 the morning low. That's not far away from those averages of 102 and 75. Outside now here, just before 12 o'clock, we've got sunny sky. We've got 93 degrees. We have. Somebody said that they Mike, I don't like it when you say we've got. Why do you say we've got? You should say we have. Presently out there, what we are currently looking at, the observations that were taken from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, 93 degrees presently. Yes, as a matter of fact, 45 is the dew point, 19% the relative humidity, the winds are calm, and the barometer is 29.84 inches and steady. Yes, as a matter of fact, look at that. I pressed the wrong button. I'm too distracted being proper British. Yes, of course. Yeah, naturally. All right, this satellite picture out here across the southwest. So I took elocution lessons from Oxford University, of course, for 20 years. There you are. You see those clouds that are moving across the region the last 20 hours or so. Look at that nasty little complex of thunder showers that popped up over southern Nevada yesterday. Yes, quite. What a show that was. Lightning and some hail up there. But here in the southwest, the rest of the southwest was dry. Dry like British humor. Yes, dry and terrible like our food, as a matter of fact. Anyway, that's what I don't know. Sometimes the comments, I don't know where they come from. But anyway, when you do this extemporaneously, sometimes your grammar is not perfect, and I do apologize. So there you go. The little wave off to the west of us, southwesterly flow continues. And yes, there is still enough instability around for these pop-up showers and storms, mainly to the north and west of us. We saw that in the Las Vegas Valley yesterday. They had a little bit of hail up there, some heavy rain in a few spots. and even across parts of northwest Arizona. Today, we might see a shower or storm up there once again, but they'll be very isolated, maybe up on Mount Charleston, maybe across far northern Arizona. Here in the southern part of the state, hey, it's just dry and getting warmer. Here's the watch warning map. We still have some air quality alerts. They've shifted, though, now over parts of the Northeast. Again, that Canadian wildfire smoke filtering in there, the Arrowhead of Minnesota over toward parts of the Great Lakes, the Northeast. Rest of the country, pretty quiet. We do have an air quality alert of our own here in Maricopa County that's issued by the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality, and that is for elevated ozone levels. Convective outlook for today, we have that enhanced risk of severe storms, level 3 out of 5, parts of West Texas, and as well as over portions of Colorado and southwest Kansas. The broader severe weather risk extends again from eastern New Mexico, Colorado, all the way up into New England, just as it has the last couple of days. And you can see far northern Arizona down toward southwestward there towards southern Nevada, there is the greens there, and that means there could be an isolated thunderstorm, but we don't expect anything in our part of the state. Tropics in the East Pacific, how about not one, but 2 areas of disturbed weather that feature the possibility of development. The westernmost of those 2 with an 80% chance of development in the next 7 days. The easternmost wave there, the other one, a 70% chance. And we'll watch those features. Are they going to impact us? Probably not, as we'll see high pressure beginning to build in off of the west coast, and that should tend to block any moisture from moving northward. But obviously, hey, we'll keep an eye on things. Precipitation outlook, this is valid through Friday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing. Statewide, practically nothing. Again, there might be an isolated storm this afternoon over the northwestern corner of the state. But that's going to be just about it for a while. What's going on with this weather pattern? What can we expect going forward? Well, we will get into that right now as we explore the models. See what the future may hold. Here we go. This is the GFS. It is the 12Z run. This is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. High pressure over the Northeast Pacific. And again, a weak wave sits off to the west of us, and there's just enough dynamic support around and just enough moisture for an isolated shower or storm off to the north and west of us over southern Nevada, far northwest Arizona, and points to the north from there. But for us, the rest of the afternoon looks sunny, a little bit warmer. Highs will top out, I'd say, around 98 to 103. For tonight, the sky is clear. Overnight lows should mainly be in the 70s. I suppose we could dip in the upper 60s in the coolest desert spots. And then for tomorrow, more the same, sunny, warmer, highs 102 to 106. Let's keep it going. This is Sunday. David Parnell said in the comments yesterday that he participated in a contest. I don't know who runs the contest these days, but he was in a contest to find out or to guess when the first 110-degree day of the year would be and the time. And I guess you have to nail it down exactly. Now, there is an outside chance we could get to 110 on Sunday. Our forecast is for 104 to 108, but it's possible. I'd say there is certainly a chance of that. I actually didn't look at the probability chart there. I should have. But hey, you know, we're close enough to where it is possible. So look, and if David says if he gets it right, he gets $5,000. Now, I don't want to begrudge anybody their money, but you know, I'd rather we not hit the 110. But if we are going to hit it, let's hope it's what time did he say in the comments? Something like 2:48 p.m. or something like that, in the 2 o'clock hour on Sunday, so David can cash in on his $5,000. And if you do cash in on that $5,000, maybe think of your favorite weather guy. Or if that person's not around, maybe think of me, and you could help out the channel. All right, otherwise, it's going to be nevertheless, it's going to be a warm day on Sunday. 104 to 108, the sky sunny, the air dry. Monday, 105 to 109. We're keeping highs just below 110, but not by much. There might be an isolated shower or storm off to the north of us and over toward the Four Corners and But again, down here, nothing to worry about. This is Tuesday. We should see high temperatures fall off a degree or so every day next week as troughing begins to set up to the north and west of us. We'll see the ridge weakening a little bit. And so as a result, temperatures will retreat closer to seasonal averages probably by the end of next week if these trends pan out as advertised. So by Wednesday, highs probably right around 103 to 107, maybe 102 to 106 on Thursday, with mostly sunny sky continuing. A week from today, this is Friday the 13th. Now we have a trough off to the north and west of us. A southwesterly flow ridging sits to the east, and now we're going to see that kind of battle that sets up sometimes this time of year. Troughing to the north and west, ridging to the south and east. What usually happens for us is that we're under southwesterly flow. The ridge typically will ultimately win out, and that's going to result in hot temperatures sooner or later. At this point, highs should probably start right around 100 to 104, but warm up pretty quickly as we go out 10 days. This is Sunday the 15th. And now we've got a 594 ridge off to the east of us and a trough to the north and west. So we could be kind of sizzling out here. Highs likely around, if not exceeding 110 degrees by this point. Well, let's keep going for the heck of it. Just for the lulls, just for shiggles, thought I'd show you this. This is going way out into fantasy land. Okay, we're so far in fantasy land. I mean, we got fairy dust and magic and rainbows and all sorts of things just dancing around us. But here we are. This is out at Friday the 20th. And don't look now, but the GFS has kind of an interesting pattern here, doesn't it? I think many of you probably know where I'm going with this. Got a ridge over the plain states, nosing into the southwest, pretty elongated, broad ridge, and circling around the periphery of that, the GFS is showing an inverted trough moving into the southwest, and this kind of looks, dare I say it, monsoonal. And if this were right, and I will tell you this right now, do not post this, do not say Mike is telling you this is going to happen, do not attribute this to me, unless of course it happens, but I'm saying this is not probably going to happen. This is just one deterministic model run. We're just showing it for fun and because we want to watch model trends, right? So if this were right, yeah, we'd see a chance at showers and thunderstorms coming in here. This definitely looks more like a monsoon pattern. Now, keep in mind that by the new definition that was adopted in, I believe, 2008, monsoon season begins June 15th and runs through September 30th. We don't use that old characteristic of 3 consecutive days of an average dew point of 55 or higher, which I did think was a little bit silly, a little arbitrary, but I think this just kind of streamlines it, makes it easier for people. I know that's a hot take. I know people really disagree with me on this, but I think it's just, in the weather world, we have so many things that are confusing to people. We have people that, and this is nothing against anybody, but the nomenclature of watch versus warning is certainly confusing. So expecting people to know 3 consecutive days of an average dew point of 55 or higher means the start of the monsoon, that was always a bit of an ask for folks. So it's kind of streamlined it. But whatever the case, doesn't matter. If this happen to be right, on the off chance it is, hey, that looks good, we could actually see some precipitation. I looked at some of the other models, and they did show broader ridging building in out here by about 10 to 13 days. So maybe, who knows, just maybe, we could start to see that moisture coming in here. One other thing I should note, though, with that broad ridge around, it'd be pretty toasty. Highs would be up at least at 110 degrees. But we'll take that if it means chances of showers and thunderstorms. All right. Now, looking at the ensemble approach, this is the GFS ensemble, rainfall for Phoenix. This goes out through the 20th of June, and again, pretty much nothing. You got a few members way out there at the end of that, but Ensemble mean is basically nothing. Same thing off the European ensemble. It'll be interesting to see where these ensembles trend in the next few days. But for now, okay, monsoon is probably several weeks away. All right, at least monsoon precipitation. Looking at temperatures off the national blend of models, we're going to warm it up as we go into the weekend and early next week. Then temperatures will retreat a bit, only to perhaps warm up once more by that following weekend. Out there toward the 14th and 15th and 16th, we'll have to see how strong that ridge ultimately becomes. And that, my friends, is going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here on Monday morning, but of course, updates before that if necessary. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, and if you've stuck around this far, I would say you do, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you do want to help out this channel like Clayton, like Gary, like so many others have through the years, and donating to us, well, then go ahead and click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube, or you can go to PayPal and make a donation that way. PayPal, my PayPal is groffshow@gmail.com, groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal, or we have our Venmo. It's all linked up down in the description. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my OAO, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org, and that Facebook page that has the same name called Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Blogs, videos, everything Michelle related, and very likely Adriana related. It's all linked up down in the description. Also linked up down there is our streaming station, available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music and have a lot of fun with that too. All right, what a video. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching, all of your continued support. I really do appreciate the folks that are out there keeping the grammar in check too. That is so appreciated, very, very important, and does contribute a lot to the discussion. And no, I am not being passive aggressive when I say that, not even a little bit. I think it's really important. All right, you guys be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated out there, and have yourselves a delightful, a great Friday, and a wonderful weekend. Of course, my phone rings now.